Hi, my name's Amber. I'm a university student going for my Bachelor's of Science. I eventually want to be a dietitian, and I decided that when I started my recovery, I want to help people that have been through what I've been through because I understand it. And I understand how harsh of an impact an eating disorder can have on one's life and one's relationships. They, my eating disorder personally, I lost so many friends and so many relationships that were important to me because I was scared to be myself around people. I was scared for people to get to know the real me because I was afraid that they wouldn't like the real me or they would judge me. And so I put a smiley face on, but I was not I didn't trust anyone. I had very big trust issues. So people caught on to that. Um, it affected relationships from the ones with my family to the relationship my relationship to like my schooling, my university grades. And there's definitely a correlation between the two that I have definitely noticed because since my recovery everything else has been going up as well. But there are definitely things that I did to help me get to where I am right now. So these are just a few of them. A lot of things have pushed me to a breaking point of recovery. One being my doctor. He told me at the rate I was going, I wasn't going to be able to have a family, and that was a scare that I never thought I would have to deal with because I want a family so bad and I always have. And so that really like pushed me to the edge. She's like, if you don't stop now, and I was like, okay. Another thing is my family. It was absolutely destroying them, and I knew that it was, but I never knew how much it was until I asked them. And I told my mom about the doctor and I was like, "How much is this affecting you?" And that she just poured her heart out to me, and my brother and my dad did the same thing later that day. So that really hurt and made me realize I need to stop. Um, in the last year, I've also met a boy that I want to spend the rest of my life with, and he has helped me so much. There's actually this quote that reminds me a lot of us. It happens all the time. People fall in love with people that hate themselves, and they show those people that there's nothing to hate. And it's so true. Like, I look at myself now, and there's nothing to hate, and I know that. And I don't know, I've never been this happy. But the main reason I think that really pushed me to the breaking point was I turned 20 this year, and I just realized that I wasn't a teenager anymore, and I needed to start acting like an adult, and I didn't want this disease to follow me into my adult life because it had already basically ruined all my teenage years. So, um, and like I had some other health scares as well, other than just like the not being able to bear my own children. I actually was having teeth and gum issues. My gums were starting to recede, and I had to get two gum surgeries done to kind of help my receding gum line, which is not fun at all. And I had scratches in my throat that so blood was coming up, and it it was just so painful, so painful. Um, of course, recovery isn't easy, but in the end, it's so worth it. There was some tricks that I used for sure at the beginning. Um, I drank a lot more water. I tried to focus on drinking a water before and after every meal because I realized that half the time when I was eating before, I wasn't even hungry. I was just thirsty, and I realize now when I have a drink of water, I'm like, oh, I'm fine now. Like I just needed water. I was dehydrated. Um, Another thing that I found helped me was after each meal, I just like popped a piece of gum in my mouth, and that just, and or I would brush my teeth, and that would just help me from binging for sure. And another thing that I started doing was I like started making big meals and having leftovers for the previous or the next day. Maybe I'd make like a big salad or maybe like a big omelet so that the next day when I'm hungry I don't like make a bad choice and I'll have like that healthy option there and it'll just already be made or pre-done. So that was a lot of help. And whenever I felt like the urge to let my eating disorder take over, I would just leave the house. I doesn't matter if you go for a walk or you go for a hike or you go for a run or you just go for a drive. Like I just found like leaving the house was it just was the best place and the best thing to clear my head. Go to like a nice park or a nice lookout and just like calm yourself down. One of the things that helped me was just being honest with myself about how big my issue had gotten. Like once I was out of denial, I it was easier to recover because I realized how bad it had gotten, so I wasn't in denial anymore, and that helped a lot. Really, just getting to that point. Um, what else did I? Oh, I kept a food and workout diary. I would plan like a week's worth, like rough around like meals and workout times, and I wouldn't do it like down to the calorie or like as obsessively as I was before. But it just helped me kind of regulate like what was a normal intake, what was uh, like healthy instead of under or over. Just it just helped me kind of. It was a constant reminder of what a healthy, balanced meal looked like, and yeah, those all those things helped me a lot. I started keeping a fruit bowl in my room, so if I was hungry at a strange time, I would just grab an apple or grab an orange, and I found that was also helpful. Um, yeah, well, those are just a few of my tricks and things that help me, and I hope that maybe they can help someone else too. Bye.